Hi there, welcome to the Fierce Factor podcast. I'm your host, Kaylee Lindholm. And I think it's time for us women to shift the conversation in business and step into our feminine leadership to do the most iconic work the aesthetic industry has ever seen. Each week, I'll be bringing a powerful dose of strategy, sarcasm, solutions, and sass that will rev up your creativity and ignite your brilliance as you link arms with me along our shared path of personal and professional growth in 20 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello and welcome to the Fierce Factor podcast. I'm your host, Kaylee Lindholm, the founder and CEO of the Pop Aesthetic Leadership Academy, where we help aesthetic business owners and leaders build deeply satisfying, lucrative, freedom-based businesses that stand the test of time. And you are joining me for episode 54 today, and I'm going to talk with you about why you may never be in demand until this happens. So here's the thing, y'all. I have yet to meet a business owner who isn't looking to grow demand for their services in some way, shape, or form. Either they're looking for a healthier flow of patients through their practice, or they're looking for ways to attract higher value clients who will eagerly pay top dollar, upsell, cross-sell, and refer other patients to their practice. And I'm not talking about the kind of being busy where there's not time to breathe, you feel overwhelmed and out of control. I'm talking about that stage of business where you are on a 3-month wait list. The patients on your schedule are dream clients. They don't bat an eye about your fees, and they show up with a grin ear to ear because they are just happy to be around you and appreciate the work you do. And let me tell you, we have an academy full of clients who are in this beautiful position and are rebounding into record 2021s. And this weekend, while I had a chance to check out and unwind in wine country with my girlfriends, which was, by the way, amazing, I had some space for some much overdue contemplation time. And so I was really thinking to myself about what makes a business or a provider so well known, so well respected, and so in demand that they are turning away or delegating business that seems to passively come to them. And so I decided to take the time to analyze our clients who are in this position and really share one of the most powerful things that our most in-demand Academy members have done to position themselves as the obvious choice for their customers. All right, so here it is. They made in high demand their brand strategy. Yep. They simply decided that they were going to strategically position themselves in the marketplace as an exclusive service and not bend their boundaries to accommodate the average Joe Schmo. In essence, every person who calls is made to believe that they're lucky to have an appointment with these providers. So let me explain. Humans live for significance, meaning we're ego-driven and we want to feel special. So things that make us believe that we can have access or exposure to the experiences that others can't, well, it gets us aroused. Back in 2019, I went through Tony Robbins' Business Mastery Program. It was a wild experience. If anybody's been through one of his events, you know what I'm talking about. I was in a room for 5 consecutive 16-hour days learning about business strategy, mindset, and leadership. I took literally hundreds of pages of notes and voice recordings. I would honestly have to go back to visit my notes to remember even half the content we covered. It was incredible. But through all that, something really powerful stayed with me. Everybody has goals and desires that are different, but we all have the same needs. So essentially, there are 6 basic human needs that every single person on the planet has the ambition to fulfill: certainty, variety, connection, growth, contribution, and significance. Now, each person prioritizes these needs differently. Some people may value variety and growth, while others may rank certainty as their most critical human need. These needs, though, shape every thought and action and drive us to either succeed or fail. These needs also drive us to make the decisions that we do in our life. And there's a wide body of evidence that suggests that one of the most sought after human needs is the need for significance. There's not a person alive on the planet who doesn't want to feel important or needed, right? And feeling special, it's a truly compelling force, while feeling insignificant can be devastating for some people. So let's talk about leveraging the need for significance as a business strategy. So my good friend, Milan Kowaleski, he's a marketing strategist in New York. He told me a story about a client he works with. He's a plastic surgeon in Manhattan who intentionally didn't put a sign on the door. There's no number, no name, no marcation. There's nothing. Nope. The entrance to his building is so discreet that any passerby would simply overlook the underground foyer that only his VIP clients get to access, right? Super exclusive. Another example is a client of ours who in her first year of business trained her team to never ask a patient, when would you like to come in? No, when a patient scheduled an appointment with her team, they would only offer 2 appointment times, as if to suggest that the rest of her availability and the foreseeable future was taken because she was so in demand. Now, this perception of being highly sought after plays into the human need for significance. You know, it's as if we can't get what we want and then we want it even more. I think we bury ourselves in quicksand when we're hungry for business. Sometimes we allow exceptions to policies or social graces, like showing up for appointments on time or paying full price for a procedure or following post-care protocols. These boundaries that you create around your practice are what makes the experience you provide exceptional. But what happens when we're eager for this business is that we respond to text messages at any hour, we bend our own rules, we make personal sacrifices, and this, my friend, does not instill a sense of calm, guided confidence in our patients. It, in fact, does the opposite. It tells them that they should be in control of the process, ultimately compromising their faith in you as a provider. Too many of you are walking around with imposter syndrome, waiting to be discovered, investing in training after training without taking command of your business ecosystem. Remember, you have more to offer than an aesthetic result. You offer your knowledge, a safe space for your clients to share their vulnerabilities, to let go of demands of daily life. You're a therapist, a guide, a leader. But you need to start acting like it. You will not become in demand until you believe that you are and start focusing on showing up like that. So a couple weeks ago, I did a podcast referencing the master injector, Julie Horn, and her proprietary method for injecting lips. If you haven't listened, be sure to go back after this episode to episode 52, Marketing Your Proprietary Method. In that episode, I share how Julie Horn has artfully crafted a signature technique that she teaches to injectors all over the globe. Can you imagine a patient texting Julie Horn in the middle of the night and asking her if she can get a special discount or a drop-in appointment the next day? Hell no. Patients who know you are in demand will respect your time, appreciate your value, and pay top dollar for your services. But that starts with you. When you begin believing that you are in demand, you will attract higher caliber patients, a stronger team, and get exposure in your marketplace as a preeminent brand. By the way, if you're operating like a one-woman show because no one can do it like you, it may be time to put some systems in place that will attract high-end team members and cultivate a kick-ass company that provides leverage for you to scale your business to its next level. If this sounds familiar, be sure to jump into my upcoming masterclass, Cracking the Hiring Code. It's going to be taking place next Tuesday, May 11th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Listen, we're just going to be having a refreshing conversation around hiring and culture curation in 2021. Look, maybe you have PTSD or just plain fear around making poor hiring decisions, or you're just frustrated with poor performance. This will be a virtual masterclass and workshop hybrid event with limited attendance, so I will answer every single question live. We will also have a 2021 strategic business planner for all attendees who join live. Nice little incentive. Per usual, there will be no replays. This is all about your elevated experience, not another YouTube training video. All right. So you can head to klcconsultants.com/masterclass or link up in the show notes to get on the wait list. Listen, Queen, this is your year. It is time to stop waiting for the next level of success and to take a leap and step up and own your brilliance. You are ready for this. Start believing you're in demand, and you will be. Trust me. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you for joining me for this episode of The Fierce Factor. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you subscribe so you can automatically get new shows every week. I'd also love it if you left us a review. And come join the conversation online. If you're an aesthetic industry owner, operator, or leader, please join my free Facebook group, The Tribe of Fierce Aesthetic Leaders, a community of ambitious, purpose-driven professionals who collaborate and share best practices for growth in business and life. I'm honored you tuned in.